Hi, welcome to Let's Cook, where we're celebrating Valentine's Day and Valentine's Week all week on Let's Cook. I have a rose here. I wonder if Claudius II ever thought of sending a rose to those people he beheaded when they were married. Not the people he beheaded, but to St. Valentine himself, because he beheaded him because he married people, and those married people did not want to go off to war. Hence, St. Valentine lost his head. So maybe Claudius II should have sent a rose to St. Valentine's. Or 65% of the men in this country don't make plans for Valentine's Day. Can you imagine? 85% of the money or the cards that are bought by women on Valentine's Day. I think that the men have to step up a notch here and maybe start to pick up the ball for Valentine's Day. Maybe they'll do it today after watching exactly what we're going to make today on Let's Cook, because today on Let's Cook, we have some terrific Valentine's Day food featuring lamb. And let me just go over the menu. We're going to be doing a pan-seared, boneless rack of lamb with hoisin glazed ribs off the lamb chop, plus some lamb sausage. In addition to that, to balance it, we're doing a delicious pear, endive, and pea pod salad. And then, of course, we need dessert. And we're using some mini waffle, everything you can buy in a supermarket to make the dessert, to make your life easy on your Valentine's. We're going to take a little break. And then when we come back, we're going to get started on the rack of lamb with the hoisin glazed ribs to go with it. Don't go anywhere. It's Valentine's Day on Let's Cook. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome to Let's Cook, where lamb is definitely for lovers now. Oh, I'm so excited about making this. Just first of all, right here, I have a beautiful loin of lamb here that I'm going to sear and bake in the oven. So we'll just take the lamb, a little bit of salt on all sides, and now this cooks up in relatively quick time. It only takes about 8 minutes in the oven once you've seared it, sometimes even 5, based on how you like it. And by the way, lamb should be cooked till it's medium rare unless otherwise specified. Now, I have a pan that's nice and hot here. In this pan, I have some lamb sausages that I picked up that I've just been browning. Now I'm going to add my boneless rack to this. Now, let me show you what I did. While this is searing off here, let me show you what I did to the rack or the bones that I took off of this. I have them right here. And what I did with these is I braised them. So all I did is I took a little bit of ginger with some water, soy sauce, hoisin, and cook these covered in the oven until they were nice and tender. What I'm going to do with these now is I need a plate right here. I'm going to take these off for just a second, and I'm going to finish this sauce. So we'll just take our ribs right here. We're going to put them right here, and we're going to finish our sauce. To finish my sauce right here, all I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to put on this burner over here. Going to take that and let that start to reduce down a little bit. Let's take a look at our rack over here now. Our rack, all we're going to do with the rack is we're going to keep turning it like this till we get it browned on all sides, so we get some real nice browning to it. Then we take this rack along with the sausages and we put it in the oven. It's going to take 8 minutes once it's nice and browned. Let me show you what that looks like. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So now right here, you'll notice in this pan here, I have some sausage, I have some sausages, and I have my loin as well. See how nice this looks right here? Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take this over here, put this over here, and let this rest too. Because we have two sauces we're making with this. We have the glaze here that we're making to go with our rack, the bones that is. Then right here, we have the natural juices from the lamb that we're going to use as well. Now this I'm also going to heat up right now. And I'm going to get rid of that fat and deglaze the pan. So let me just have a bowl right here, a nice metal bowl, because right here, you see all this excess fat right here that's in there from the lamb? We need to get rid of that excess fat. But all that flavor, and that's referred to as fond, we need to get rid of that. So we're going to heat this up. Whoops, get back on there. We're going to heat that up a little bit right there. Let that cook down. And to this now, watch what I do. a little bit of red wine. Beautiful red wine. We're going to let that red wine cook down till it's dry with a little bit here of some chili sauce right there. Let that cook down. Now we have a nice complex flavor. Then we add the cream to that, and we also finish it with a little whole butter, but that's your option. Let's look over here at our hoisin glaze that we have right here. See how this is cooked down now? Beautiful consistency. With this now, what I'm going to do with this now is I'm just going to take this and strain it off. We need to strain this through a fine strainer just to refine the sauce and get rid of anything in there that we don't want, especially those solids. Those solids can end up affecting the flavor. So we just push this through, and I'll show you exactly, see these solid pieces of ginger and garlic? You need to strain those out. Press them so you get every good bit out of there. And let me show you what this sauce looks like now, because now it's a beautiful glaze, and it's just enough to go with our ribs. Look at the perfect glaze that we have right here. Look at the shine on this. Doesn't that look great? Oh, fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so now my glaze is ready for my ribs. My sauce is going here for the loin of lamb. Take this, picking up and dissolving any of the flavor of the lamb in the lamb sausage that was in this. Notice the color. We're getting a much more burgundy or brownish color from the burgundy wine. Great. Okay, now here comes a little bit of cream. Oh. If you don't want to use cream, you could use stock, and you could thicken it with even a little bit of cornstarch. You wanted to make it lower fat. See this here? Now this is going to cook down as well. While this is cooking down, I'm going to go ahead and start to set up the plate. Have our plate right here. You know, when you're cooking in the kitchen and you have roses for Valentine's Day, it's a good idea to put it in your mouth. It kind of makes everything go better. If you don't want to put it in your mouth, that I understand. You can always just put it behind your ear. I guarantee you, when your loved one comes in and they see the rose, they're going to be happy. They're going to be happy to see you, because roses just make us all just a little bit more romantic. But I'm cooking now, so I can't wear the rose. And I don't even, that wasn't planned. I don't even know where that came from. Okay, let's turn down our sauce here. Let this just cook down just a little bit, very gently. We'll set up our plate now. To set up our plate, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rack right here. Remember, these are just ribs, the little riblets. We're going to cut them down, separating these, and these are nice and tender. And you see how they shrunk away from the bone here? Tells me they're perfect. Oh, beautiful. Going to take one like this, and then we're going to take one like this, one like this, and one like that. So now we have our hoisin glaze, and I'm going to turn them so we can get a nice shot on that. Then we'll just take our sauce right here. The glaze is beautiful glaze, and we just pour that beautiful glaze right over those wonderful riblets that we got. There we are. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now, next we have our sausage. With the sausage here, we're just going to take our sausage, and you can give one sausage per person. You notice how we're using a variety of lamb products here. We have the riblets here, we have the boneless loin, and we also have the lamb sausage here. The lamb sausage should be set up on the plate just by itself. No sauce. It doesn't need any sauce at all. But we're going to set up so all those cuts are right there. Next, we have our loin right here. We're going to take our loin. Now, our loin, this is enough for if you're very hungry, 2 people, but on a romantic dinner, I would only eat half of one. We're just going to take this, cut this down this way. You see how beautifully that's cooked? Absolutely. Now this is more medium than medium rare, but based on how you like it, this is still going to be absolutely delicious. I'm going to take this now. Can't put it on the plate yet because we're going to put our sauce underneath. Whenever we put a sauce underneath, that is known as a cordon. See my sauce right here? Oh, looks good. Now, to this, you have an option. Valentine's Day comes around once a year. Use a little bit of butter. Take a little bit of cold whole butter, just add it to your sauce. It's going to give you a beautiful shine. It's also going to enrich the sauce and slightly thicken it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Okay, here's my sauce now. First of all, oops, I have to taste it. That's the other thing. Even though it's Valentine's Day, you're excited about being with your loved one. Oh. A little bit of salt. That's all it needed. No pepper. Remember, we use the chili sauce here. Then we'll take this sauce right here, set this up onto the plate this way. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. A little bit more there. Now, by the way, you can make all of this. You can have the sausage done. You can have the loin seared off. You don't have to put it in the oven. You can already have the ribs done. So this is an item that you can do ahead, and it's ready to go. And then we'll just take our loin this way, and we'll set up 2 portions here. So I have 3 slices there. Then I have 1. Whoops. We have to start with this one here. So we're going to put that one there, and this one there. So then we have, see how on the same plate we have 2 portions set up. We have our boneless rack of lamb. A little bit more sauce on here. Then we have the lamb sausage, and we also have our hoisin glazed riblets. Lamb is definitely for lovers on Valentine's Day. We're going to take a little break, and then I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful light salad to go with the strong flavors on this lamb plate. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Let's Cook, where lamb is definitely for lovers. Now, we made a very complex plate here with the hoisin glazed riblets and the sausage and the boneless rack with the spicy red wine pan sauce, or what we call, it would be jus d'agneau rouge, if you want to be French. Some pea pods here. Now we need to make the salad. I have some pea pods here. I'm going to blanch these pea pods in salted water. The salt neutralizes the acid that comes out of the pea pods. Then to lock in the color and to stop the cooking process, we immediately put them in ice water. Need to get them in the ice water to cool them down and stop the cooking process. It also locks in the color. It's not working, so we'll just do that. Let them sit there for a second. Now, we're going to go ahead and make our salad. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my dressing here. So, and for this, I'm using a little bit of walnut oil with my vinegar. So I have my vinegar in the bottom of the bowl here. Just add my walnut oil, and then we're going to season this with a little salt and pepper. This is going to give us a real nice flavor. Also add some fresh herbs to this, or chives to this, parsley, whatever you have for your Valentine's Day. We don't need a lot of dressing. See, not too much dressing. Even a little lemon juice is good in here, just to give it that balance. You know, lemon just kind of brings out the flavor. So here's my dressing, nicely emulsified. Next, I'm going to take my endive first. Here's my endive right here. Some people might say endive, endive. Okay, endive. Going to take it this way. We're going to actually cut it in small round circles. All the way down. Now, the endive has a tendency of oxidizing and reacting to light. So to neutralize that, I'm going to save these little pieces right here because I want that for the plate. I'm going to put it in the dressing right away. I could also take it, put it in water, a little bit of acid in there, neutralize that too, but I'm just going to put it right into the dressing. Here's my pear. I'm going to take our pear now, and we're just going to peel our pear. Now, when you peel a pear, just like an apple, you'll notice that the pear has a tendency of oxidizing, correct? So to prevent that oxidizing, we can put it in the dressing, but I'll show you another trick that we can also do with this. Let's just get this pear peeled. Oh, beautiful pear. You want the pear to be somewhat firm. The endive has a certain bitterness to it. You need to make sure that the pear or apple, you could also use an apple for this salad, offsets that bitterness. And also the pea pods are nice and sweet. So now we take our pear, immediately rub it down with that lemon. Oh, that's going to prevent it from oxidizing. We just rub it down with the lemon. Take our top off right here. Going to use that as a garnish for the salad as well. Then we take our pear, we'll cut it in half this way. In the middle right here, where we have the core, just use a melon baller or a spoon if you don't have a melon baller. Remove this. This also, the inside, you'll notice how quickly the inside is starting to oxidize on this. So what we'll do with this is we'll also take and rub that down with a little bit of the lemon that we have right here, preventing that from oxidizing. Now I'm going to take half of this pear right now, and I'm just going to cut it down this way, because I want this to be bite-sized pieces. The other half I'm actually going to use for a garnish. Just cut this down this way, so now we can tell the difference between the endive and the pear. This goes into our salad. Now we need to come over here. We're going to go ahead and take our pea pods, take them out of the water onto a clean towel. Don't ever, when you shock green vegetables, don't leave it in the bowl with the water, because what will end up happening is you've blanched them, you've broken down some of the cellulose, they'll actually absorb that water. So now we add our pea pods to this. I'm going to take this, we're going to toss this all together. What a great, look at this colors in this salad, beautiful. Now, for our salad now, I'm going to take it, I'm going to set it up onto the plate right here. This is for two. You'll notice we just have enough dressing here to really coat our pear and endive. Then with my knife, I'm going to take it this way, and I'm going to cut just a little fan here with the pear. Take it, bang that down that way. See how we get a nice little fan going there? Don't want it to oxidize, a little lemon juice on that. We'll put this on the side here. We'll put our little pear top there, and we have the endive right there. Absolutely delicious, easy to make pea pod, pear, and endive salad. We're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, we have a simple, easy, wonderful Valentine's Day dessert that I know you won't want to miss. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Lamb is for Lovers, Valentine's Day today on Let's Cook. Right in my pan here, I have some heavy cream that I'm bringing up to a boil. Now, once this heavy cream comes up to a boil, I simply take my heavy cream, I pour it over my semi-sweet chocolate, and I stir it. As the chocolate gets heated, it melts, it releases the cocoa butter. That cocoa butter combines with the fat in the heavy cream, and I have a beautiful, delicious, wonderful, rich, out of this world chocolate sauce or ganache. But all we do is mix this together, and this ganache can be used and reused. Out of this world is great for coating things. You can whip this and make icings. You can whip it and make fillings. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, next are these cute little waffles. You can buy these in the store, little wafflettes. Aren't they adorable? Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take these and use these as a base for my dessert. I have two on a plate right here. I'm simply going to take a little bit of good berry syrup on the bottom one here. Then on the other ones, I'm also going to put a little bit here too. Let them just soak that up. Then to those, I add either a pear or apricot, just a piece of pear or apricot. Now, here comes my ice cream. I took a regular piece of ice cream here, and I just cut it so that I can cut a circle out of the ice cream here. Now, these you have to make a little bit ahead. Get that off the side here. Then we simply take this, put that on top of that. Cut another one, and you make these a little bit ahead so that you can get the ice cream out. It's a little warm on the set today, so it's melting. And I only have 50 seconds left to finish this wonderful desserts for Valentine's Day, so let me show you how we're going to finish this. This goes here. Then we simply pick up our saturated second waffle with the apricot. Then a little bit of our ganache right here on top. So that kind of drips down the sides there. See how great that looks? Oh, we got to get it closer. Oh, see, there you go. What a simple Valentine's Day dessert. Thank you so much for watching Let's Cook today. And remember, lamb is for lovers. Enjoy it on your Valentine's Day. Bye-bye for now.